What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? You know what time it is. You either get right or you get left. We have some exciting news today. The schedule has dropped, and we have so much to cover tonight. So sit back, relax. We got you covered. I'm kind of doing this from a little location. Had to kind of set up. So y'all be patient with us. We got you covered. It's the BirdCage. Let's go.
Okay, y'all, this is it.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? As you can see, it's a little warm in here. I'm a little shiny and whatnot, so you got to forgive me. But anywho, we got a little something going tonight. The Falcon schedule just dropped. We definitely appreciate you for tapping in. Thank you for those that are in the chat. We're going to get this thing started. And we got K-Dub in the building, man. Got a lot to cover tonight. What's good, man?
It's good. Good to be into the building tonight. Schedule drop release. Ready to just get into it, ready to dive into it. Excited to talk about Falcon football and everything that's going on out there.
Hey, man, you ain't lied about that. When we sit back and you look at it, man, you got let's first talk about the voluntary workouts before we even get to it, because here's the thing. The schedule is nice. We love the fact that that's dropped, but you got everybody showing up for voluntary workouts so far. And it looks like a lot of the rookies have been trending upward when you sit back and you really look at it. From these guys are coming in with the work mentality and it's rubbing off on some of the vets, as you can see. How do you feel that this right here is starting to become a change for this ball club already this early in the season before it even starts, when you see the mentality of this team so far?
Well, like I say, man, people are excited. The players are excited. Like I said, they have to get out there and learn a new offense and a new defense. So I'm glad to see that guys are responding to the new coaching and that this new coaching staff that we have. And it seems like enthusiasm is back into the building, rather than more of the mundane. Hopefully we see our starters in the preseason also, and not do what the last regime did and think they could just rest on these guys just knowing what they do because they're veterans. We need to see these guys in action. We got a lot of people vying for position battles, even at the quarterback position. So let's go, man. Let the best man or the best football player win at each position.
And when you sit back and you look at it, you just talked about something that I think when you look at the voluntary workouts, you're talking about these rookies coming in. These guys are hungry. And when you talk about being hungry, it's a different mindset that we have not seen with the Falcons since we've been doing this show. We actually see a little bit of a different attitude. The defense came with it last year, but now you're starting to see offensive players that are coming up, and you see the attitudes at this point. So the beautiful part about it is we actually have undrafted free agents right now that's actually pushing folks for jobs. And earlier today, I know you saw the picture or whatnot I had posted in the chat. While I was heading down to my location, headed to Duval County, shout out to Jacksonville, Florida, and our Falcon fans that are here. I got to stop by and I talked to our BirdCage alum coach, Diego Ryland. Now, a little something on the books right now. Here's the funny part. Remember I talked about Curtis Allen and I said he has a shot really to make somebody's squad, right?
Yes.
So how about the Seattle Seahawks we're trying to make him a fullback, but it didn't work. So a day or two later, I didn't say anything except Scoop saw it, but I didn't say anything. I was waiting till the show. Curtis Allen is actually in the training camp for the Falcons right now. So again, that right there is a guy that we spotlighted. I've been talking about. Me and Coach Brent was high on him, and everybody started to see what he brought to the table. And I'm going to be honest with you. When you look at Carlos Washington getting cut, you know, you got Natron that's still here, the cat from Michigan State. We got to see what he can do. But when you bring a guy in here that comes from a football factory like a Virginia Union and he's getting a shot, and Cash Jones got moved to receiver, that's letting folks know that they're letting guys compete. And this is something we've talked about for the longest. You got to let your talent compete and may the best man win, as you said.
Yeah. That's the way I look at it. Let the best man win. Like I said, this coaching staff is new here. Like you see a lot of these rumblings and different signings and releases on this offensive line because Bill Callahan has put his thumbprint and his fingerprints on this offensive line. He wants guys that he feels that is gonna turn the corner and make this offensive line respectable again and get out there, really move people and get out the way, and also have an outstanding pass offense also instead of just run offense. So like I say, man, I'm looking forward to it. I wasn't excited about going to training camp this year, but now they're kind of getting me more excited, you know, with some of the clips that's coming out and the people that we're bringing in. So I'm ready for it now that we've had the draft and things of that nature and had our offseason you know, kick up dirt. So I'm ready to see where it lands us. Let's see this quarterback battle. Let's see who wants the best man to win out there. We have one of the quarterbacks out there. I'm not sure where two is right now, but I want to see both of them, you know, even at off-season workouts or whatever the workouts. Let's go. We compete rep for rep, throw for throw. Let's go.
And here's the thing that I talked about, and you remember I spoke on Jack Strand, the kid that we got as an undrafted free agent at their quarterback spot. When you talk about him, you're talking about a guy that's over 6'3", around 230, 235, got a cannon for an arm, delivers the ball, has good pocket presence. Now, he's not a scrambler. But he'll pick up yards if he needs to. He's not going to sit there and take a shot. And the thing that I like about him, because we're sitting here talking about Strand, because they have mentioned his name multiple times so far. And they're already saying that he's challenging Trevor Siemian early, and he's still learning the playbook. So that right there tells me that, okay, we got a competitor, because at this point, I preached about championship depth for years. For years, we talked about championship depth. And now let's just be real. We're not at the championship depth level yet. Not yet. We're at the playoff depth level, which they're building right now. We're at playoff depth. We got a chance to win the division with the type of talent that we have. And I can see that, because this division really is weak right now. And this is the perfect time to pretty much get all the, as we would say, all the rust out of everything and start getting your system and implementing your will on these guys in this division. Because K-Dub, real talk, if we don't get to the playoffs at least this year, it's considered a disappointing season, because all the talent that Ian has brought in without spending a ton of money, by the way, a lot of talent. I'm not making win-loss predictions yet. What I'm saying is we have a chance to win this division. We've had a chance the past 4 years to win this division. It's weak. Let's be honest, man. It is weak. How do you feel about that, K-Dub, in your honest opinion, my brother?
I mean, like I said, I really and truly believe that our division is improving. It was weak. That's what I can say. But I think we're improving. I like all of the draft picks that our division taken. I like what Carolina's picks. I like New Orleans picks. I like our picks. So people are improving. Our division is improving day by day. If we get the quarterback, if everybody gets their quarterback right, you know, if everybody has their quarterback right, that's what's going to solidify our division. Because at one time, our division was the talk of the town. You know, but we lost all our quarterbacks. We lost the Drew Brees. We lost the Matt Ryan. We lost the Cam Newton. We lost the Tom Brady out of this division. So this division was something to sniff at And when we lost all our quarterbacks and we're replacing them now, so that's what we're in the transition. Our division, our whole division is in the transition of changing quarterbacks. So once everybody gets that quarterback solved, you'll see our division go back to where it rightfully should be, like NFC South when we were making runs to the Super Bowl. We wasn't winning them, but we were actually getting there. So, like I say, our division is improving, but we have to improve with it. But I do believe that we still can win this division, but we have to have a plan and continue to have a vision and stick to that. You know what I'm saying? And basically create our identity this year. You know what I'm saying? Because it seems like we don't know what our identity is a lot of times in these past few seasons. So if we can really create the identity and stick to it and continue to score points. But I'm excited to see what this offensive staff does and see what they do with the offense moving forward. We have a lot of receivers that they're bringing in. So, but I know where we're normally a run first attack, but we brought in so many receivers. I think they got some up their sleeve, but I'm just willing to and ready to see what they're going to roll out this upcoming season.
At this point, I'm looking at it like this. When we sit back, we talk about it, just like Bernie Mac say, look, it sounds nice right now, but I'm coming to the stage pretty much telling you,
I ain't coming for no foolishness.
I ain't coming for no foolishness this year. It's just what it is. We either gonna get off the pot or we not. That's just how that goes. And speaking of getting off the pot, you know what I'm saying? We just gotta you can't flush the toilet, but you hear it in the back just coming through. Just ugh. But at the same time, all you can do is just sit back and laugh because they've given you an identity. That was the identity that you heard. You hear a lot of, how did they say? The old people say a lot of poop talk. We can't really say what we want to say in that sense, but we still in the fart club. We ain't pooping on nobody. But speaking of that, we got to bring in the third member of the team tonight. We got Mr. Graybeard in the building. He's got the legendary Tommy Nobis in the back. I was going to say, what's going on, man?
What's up, the gray one?
The gray one.
Technical difficulties. He'll be back shortly.
See, he done slid. Look, he slid out on us or whatever. Just, it's okay. That's our guy right there. But let's get to the next topic that we got to talk about while we're waiting. When you look at Tua at this point, because we were just talking about the quarterbacks. Now, I spoke on Jack Strand. Now we got to talk about Tua. The Tua signing is not looking that bad because now here's the thing. Everybody's looking at the clips of Michael Penix. He's throwing the ball. He's this. We need to see what he looks like when he's actually having to move and not just standing. Yes, the mechanics are there. And I'm glad to see that he's throwing the ball well. Let's get this straight. Because I got called everything but a damn child of God on the show on X the other day because I said I'd like to see what his footwork looks like in the pocket. I want to see if he trusts his knee right now because the arm is there. We all know the arm is there. That's not going nowhere. That's a God-given talent for this boy to sling the ball. But can we please see what his footwork is like in the pocket when he has pads on and guys are moving around him before we start putting that out? Do y'all think I'm wrong for really saying that at this point?
Hey, like I said, I'm happy that the man is out there. Where's Tua? I'm going rep for rep, throw for throw.
But I need to know.
Well, of course we got to know how he's gonna move and how can he evade defenders and everything like that. No, we care about Tua because that's who we're in the competition with.
That's our stopgap quarterback. I'm thinking about this franchise quarterback that we got. And you the Penix train conductor. And see, my thing is
what I'm saying is if I'm Penix, that's who I'm in a competition with. I got to worry about where this guy at.
And here's the thing.
That's who keeping me from starting.
But here's the thing, though. We don't even know what he's doing. And I'm looking at the fact of, okay, I want Penix to be, when he gets his opportunity, he comes in and lights it up because that's who I want to lead this team. Yes, I'm tough on a lot of stuff. I'm tough on the defense, the same way I am with players on this team. But I would like to see what his footwork look like when he's in pads. See, I trust the arm. I trust his arm more than I trust Tua's arm. I'm going to be 100 with you on that. So
I just say my opinion on it. I know you're going to be hard on him, you hard on all the players. But what I'm saying, you're gonna be a critic of him. I mean, they're gonna have his critics out there. But me, I feel like he's further along than I thought he would be. So thank you for being out there making the throws. You may not be ready to evade defenders yet, but week one
Mhm.
is not here yet. So right now, I'm happy where your progression is. Continue to keep doing you, and hey, look, one day at a time. And like I say, week one is a little while away, and let's go, man. Throw for throw, rep for rep.
Gray beard. So I
Yeah,
want to hear
what's
what
up?
your thoughts are on, first off, good evening again. But I'd
Yeah,
like to
sorry
hear what
about
your
that.
thoughts are when it comes to, now everybody's getting hyped over the video. As it should, because it's good buzz. You see him throwing the ball. But
Mhm.
here's the question I have for you, just like I asked K-Dub just now. And I want you to answer this question. Is it wrong for folks that want to see what his footwork is going to be because he's not going to be standing still in that pocket? And does he trust his knee? Is it wrong for folks to want to have that type of thought process just to see
Uh,
so we can see where he's at?
no, I mean not at all, man. I think the reason why people are like that, in my opinion, because we only got a small sample size to keep Penix in action. I mean, he only played like what 10. I mean, so much game so far, so we haven't seen a full season of Penix. So, I mean, for me, I was glad to see him back on the field. That lets me know that hey, he's been doing the work in the off season with his rehab and whatever, and he's further along. That's great. That's great. But we also got to take into consideration nobody ain't gonna rush him in practice, so we don't know how far along is he. We just know he's back on the field throwing reps, which, like I said, I got kind of excited as well to see him back out there on the field throwing balls to Draco. So for me, I don't see nothing wrong with people critiquing his footwork because, like you said earlier, you got to see where his knee is. If his knee, do he believe in his knee enough to him to be able to move, shift? He doesn't even have to run. Just move out, step to the side or step to the right or whatever to evade the defender so he can make the throw. We already know he got a cannon for it all. The kid's arm is unreal. But it's the
And
other mechanic that people are call for just to see where he's at.
and the thing about Tua, like K-Dub was saying, we don't see Tua out there.
Nope.
We know that, and the guy that I spoke on earlier is Jack Strand. And you know I spoke highly of him before the draft even happened. And I was like, whoever gets him is pretty much getting ready to get a tough quarterback because he's a Ben Roethlisberger type, but the difference is he's a little bit more fleet of foot moving around in the pocket. And for us to have that as a backup, he's already challenging Trevor Siemian, who is a seasoned vet already. So that tells me enough already. And he don't even know the playbook.
I mean,
So, and like me and K-Dub were talking earlier, we got to have good depth at the quarterback position because we actually saw what it looks like when you don't have great quarterback depth at that point. And we saw how we struggled. What's going on, Kool-Aid? ATL Kool-Aid drinkers, for those who are unfamiliar with our guy Kool-Aid, please check out his YouTube channel. He talks Atlanta everything, as well as the Georgia Bulldogs and the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. And he's been heavy on the Dream as well. Shout out to the Dream and shout out to the Braves.
Out to the
Kicking ass,
man.
Chop on.
Yes, sir.
And bravo.
And so here's the other question I got for you now. Now that we see the quarterback battle, let's talk about another battle that I feel is interesting because people are already handing Avion Terrell this job, but folks forget that Kobe Bryant ended up taking that job from Mike Hughes last year after he got hurt. And Hughes was healthy at the end, but they stuck with Kobe for the rest of the season. At this point, I understand they drafted Avion at 2, but let's be 100. Kobe literally outworked a lot of guys that were ahead of him and took the job. I don't think he's giving that job up that easy. No. I understand y'all want the Terrell situation, but yeah, I'm going to be the one to rain on your parade. At the end of the day, he got to beat out Kobe Bryant. And Kobe's an undrafted free agent that worked his ass off, that was a 3-time All-American at corner. My thing is, let the best man win. How do y'all feel about it?
I agree. I mean,
same thing. Go ahead, Gravy. I didn't want to talk.
Oh, my bad. I'm just gonna say I agree, man. You the best man win, man. I understand that he got the last name Terrell, but whatnot. But you want the best 11 players on that field on either side of the ball. So, but like I said, Kobe Bryant was blessed by fire, and right now he has a little bit of a lead on that position, whatnot. We just got to see how they compete and battle out in training camp.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I feel the same exact way, man. Every position, it's a lot of position battles out there because you got a new staff coming. I don't think nobody's
Mhm.
job is safe right now. I want the best man to win, but in this league, we're gonna need Kobe Bryant, we're gonna need Avion, we're gonna need everything, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Because they
Agreed.
pass it so much. So but I want them guys to battle it out, but we're gonna need everybody. We're gonna need all of them, just like we needed Kobe last year. We're gonna need
Mhm.
undrafted free agents. We're gonna need guys that may not even be on the team yet, but we're gonna need people. So I want the guys to just battle, man. It's gonna take a battle. It's gonna take want to do it for the eight and want to just have some pride in what you're doing and listen to this coaching staff, man. Get the vote and be coachable. Be out there and be coachable because
And
it takes a lot to go win a championship, man.
and that's the whole thing, K Dub. And this is something that I was saying, but again, because of the fact that you don't go with the majority, and this is rare. You know what? We got to cancel Christmas because me and K Dub done agreed 3 times tonight.
Christmas is canceled.
We gotta look, but look, I got you, K Dub. Hold up.
Because Christmas is canceled.
Yeah, we canceling Christmas in here. Now, look, normally we have our own battles, but we done agreed on 3 things tonight.
I'm
So,
impressed.
Christmas,
I'm-
no, because
I'm
guess
impressed.
what? We're in a situation right now, Great Bid, where look, we all want this team to really excel.
Yeah.
Even though we might have differences of opinions, at the end of the day, it's all about this damn logo right here.
Logo
And
business, man.
and here's the scary part. I said this earlier. You're not gonna have guys that are gonna have jobs handed to them. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. And I understand that was a 2nd round pick, but I can name a couple of NFL Hall of Famers that were undrafted free agents. Kurt Warner is one who's a Super Bowl MVP and also a league MVP at one point. You know, Drew Pearson, Hall of Fame wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys, converted to be a receiver and became a Hall of Famer and a Super Bowl champ. So for me, I look at it as at this point, bro, I look at it like this. Do not just hand a guy a job just because of who the hell he's related to.
Yeah.
I'm not with the nepotism BS.
No.
Y'all can say what you want, but if you really believe that, how can I say it? If you really believe that Kobe is gonna give up this job, this is what's gonna happen to you. Just
Test 2, baby.
that's pretty much how we looking at you. If you really believe that somebody that has an NFL dream that is one of the best is gonna really give up a job, let's just say
Test 2, baby.
go ahead and get back in that test tube. That's where I'm standing at because everybody is competing at this point.
You got too
Everybody
much dog
is.
in him. You got too much dog in him.
And you're not. And here's my thing, Avion. I'm gonna tell you who he's gonna beat out first. Hate to say it, but he's gonna beat out our boy Clark. Avion's gonna be the new nickel. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Avion's gonna be that nickel because of Kobe's height and how he pretty much showed that he can handle those responsibilities at that number 2. You can have 3 shutdown corners on the field, and I think Avion would be perfect at the slot. Kobe's the number 2, his big brother's number 1, and you got Billy Badass in the back with Xavier Watts because again, eventually Bankhead Bates is gonna be out the door. I don't want to see that just yet, but it's happening. It's gonna happen.
Yeah. But we got to get Billy Badass back. That's the key thing. I don't think he's going to
Right.
come back at the start of the season. He's going to
Nah,
come back maybe week 3, week 4. I don't see Billy Badass about week 3, week 4. So we'll see how that plays out, where they put Avion, where they put Kobe at. But I think everybody, it'll line up eventually. Once Billy Badass does come back, I think that's when your pecking order will line up like you want it to.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, and y'all might laugh when I say this. I see a lot of Rondé Barber and Avion Terrell at that slot, at that nickel spot.
I mean, that's a good comparison. One day Barber was a baller.
I don't want to, and this is my thing, and no, I'm not slighting him. I see Avion Terrell is a modern day Rondé Barber. And that was a guy that we saw twice a year for some time. And he was definitely a shutdown nickel corner. And he could also play the number 2, but he mainly was a nickel. And he was very solid. So for me, I want Kobe's length on the outside. I want Avion on the inside shutting everything down because, again, if he's going to get physical, let him get physical with the slot receivers that don't like contact.
Yeah, I mean, wherever you can be explosive and help the team and be a menace, that's where I want you at. I mean, sometimes it may not be on the outside, but as long as you're on the field making plays, when you're on the field, that's what the main thing is.
But I don't know, man. I guess I see a lot of potential. I think Phillips is going to be a rotational piece, but I truly believe that AJ, Kobe, Avion are going to be your starting corners. 1 nickel, 2 corners, and then you got Bowman and you got Bankhead in the back. It's going to come to that at that point. But we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break, y'all. Y'all know how we get down, man. Y'all got to definitely stay tuned. We're going to get you covered. We got some things that we're going to talk about this schedule coming up and the possibility of maybe a week 1 party from the BirdCage. You never know. We got to talk about it, man. Y'all sit back. Tap in every Thursday night at 8 p.m. for the BirdCage LLC with the magnificent BirdCage crew, getting it in and talking Falcon football every Thursday at 8. If you don't get that, we also got On the Perch for you. We have special guests that come through during the off season, and then we also have Bumper to Bumper in the morning where you get your morning fill of the historian's thoughts, man. You know how we get down, man. Tap into it.
You either get right or you get left. Goose.
It's nice to have Hyatt help. You know what I'm saying? And it comes cheap. It comes in the form of candy, pizza, and things of that. Shout out to Miss Khalees McNeil for the voiceovers for the BirdCage LLC. The little one, you know, you got to teach them how to make this money early. But right now, I'm just feeding the joker.
Hey,
I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Nah, I owe her $20. I got to give her 20. She wanted to help me clean the car before I came home. She was like, "Can I help you clean the car?" I'm looking like, "What do you want?" "No, I just want to help." But she helped clean the car, washed. She struggled with the wax, but she did her thing. So it's just more of a teaching process, and I'm proud of her. She did her thing, but she actually wants to do some more voiceovers. She's already told me that. She thinks it's fun. Shut up, Glenn. I know I already know what I got to do. Is she gonna put me in the pole house? She already doing that now.
Oh yeah. They will
can't
definitely.
get
Girls
more
will
money.
definitely do that.
Hey man, look, I got the best
What's up,
teacher right
Mike?
here. You,
Island Mike.
what's up, Mike?
What's
Shout out to
up,
Mike out in
Mike?
Puerto Rico. I got the best teacher when it comes to that because I got you, I got Scoop, I got Cam, and I got Brand. I got 4 of y'all that's got girls, and I'm learning this. But hey, well, at least put it this way. Hopefully, none of our football players don't bankrupt us like that, though.
See,
Yeah, there you go.
That's what I'm looking at this
We don't
point.
need no
but
more. We don't need no more check kidnapping.
no.
no more kidnapping. Oh, check.
No more Matt Schaubs, man.
Oh,
So
God.
before we get to the whole schedule, the Falcons found out yesterday that they were going to play in Spain week 9 versus the Cincinnati Bengals. If you are able to go to Spain to watch the game, enjoy it. It's going to be a battle. It's not going to be given to you. I can tell you that now. It's not going to be given, but that's going to be a battle. But we're going to tap into the scheduling momentarily. But here's something else I wanted to talk about before we get to it. You know, it's going to be a beautiful thing when we sweep them Saints this year too. You know what I'm saying? I see I got a Saints fan in the chat, so you know I got to throw that out there. But let's get to the Falcons schedule, man. So when we look at week 1 is going to be against the Denver Broncos August the 14th. Then you have the Colts, you have the Dolphins, and then you have the Steelers. I'm sorry, that's preseason. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm about to say that
preseason. I'm sorry. Y'all forgive me, man. Look, I've been driving for almost 14 hours. I apologize. You got your
Thank you for
preseason
making
game.
it safely to your destination in Jacksonville.
Yeah,
Yeah.
September 13th is week 1.
Yeah. So Here's the thing that we were talking about. Everybody's excited about the new team. We were considering possibly week 1. That's going to be the second week in September. Because remember the last time we threw a party for the BirdCage, it was against the Saints, and it was that early in the season. And we're definitely kind of thinking about that at this point. Everybody's ready. Everybody want to see the game. And guess what? You'll have a good time with us. But we're working on the details for that because we got some other stuff. K-Dub, the Great Big, is some good stuff that I got to tell y'all, but we gonna say that for later. I got some stuff I got to tell y'all about that.
Birdman rub.
Very good stuff. That's all I'm gonna tell you. But let's get back to it. The Steelers are gonna be week 1. We get the Pussycats in week 2. You got the Green Bay Packers in week 3. We got them stinking toilet bowl lovers in week 5. The Stanks. Then you have Baltimore, a respectable franchise. Chicago.
Football.
Yeah. You have Chicago. Then you have the 49ers. We got to get our lick back from last year.
Definitely.
And that's going to be a home game, ladies and gentlemen, by the way. And then November the 1st, you have the Yuccaneers. Then you have the Bengals, who we just talked about, for November the 8th. That's going to be your 9:30 a.m. Sunday morning game. Then you get a home game against the Chiefs. Can we get our payback for that BS pass interference that was on Kyle Pitts a couple of years ago? I want my lick back.
For real.
Now, you know if I'm speaking good on Kyle Pitts, you know I want my lick back.
Gotcha.
Got a clown. Then you get the Minnesota Vikings. We want to make Mike Florio cry, of course. Then you get the Detroit Lions December the 6th at home. That's going to be a hell of a game. Jahmyr Gibbs and Bijan Robinson are going to be going head-to-head. Then you have December the 13th, Kevin Stefanski's old team in Cleveland, Ohio, in the cold. That's going to be interesting.
Very interesting.
And then December the 20th, we have the Washington Commanders in D.C. again.
Oh, Lord.
And then you have the Tampa Bay Bucks to be decided. And then January the 3rd, week 17, you have the New Orleans Stanks again. And then you got the Pussycats one last time, those toothless Pussycats.
Get back is real.
You are sick. You know that?
Let's
I
get
can't
it,
with you.
man.
Hey, but
Hey,
Madrid,
look, man.
Madrid is pretty cool.
Hey,
Man. So you
you
get a
know
chance
what?
to go to Madrid, man. You might enjoy stuff out there for real.
I'm gonna tell you this here. If we end up winning and if we end up taking the season this year and get to the playoffs, I'm not gonna make predictions yet, but I'm just saying if that happens, it's gonna be a lot of Falcon fans that hid during all the bad times coming back or whatnot, and they're gonna pretty much be screaming. But and you know,
Point them out. Point them out.
nah, you know what they're gonna say, right? This is what you're gonna hear.
We don't die, we multiply.
That's what they're gonna tell you.
And I'm gonna point you out. I'm sorry, I'm petty.
No, that's what they're gonna tell you. We always been here. So
Nope.
the Falcon fans multiplied after everybody left with all the stuff that went on. We already know what's coming. I think the Panthers are going out of the division games. I think the Panthers are going to be the toughest game, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, the Panthers don't got better.
Yeah, they played us tough the last couple of years.
I'm telling you.
And then here's the thing. You literally just gave Bryce another weapon.
Yeah. Yeah.
We know. That's why I said our whole division. I like everybody's draft.
No, I ain't just worried about the division. I want to beat everybody if we can. No, I'm not just going to worry about the division. I want to beat everybody, sir. I want dubs.
I definitely want to beat Baltimore and the Niners.
Yeah, man. We want to get as many wins as we can possibly get.
I didn't just say worry about the division. I said the only team that would give us trouble in the division was the Panthers. I don't know what you heard. I literally just said that. Did I or did I not, fellas?
Yeah, you heard that.
I didn't say nothing about not just worrying about the division. I want to beat everybody.
Yeah, but didn't we start off the regular season by playing Pittsburgh before?
Yeah,
And
that was in Arthur Smith's. That was in Arthur Smith's first game.
And then, and T.J. Watt just, had a hack party against him.
And guess who was on that side?
Yeah.
He just retired.
Yeah.
But TJ Watt does that to everybody, so he's not the only one. But I still find, and I'm just gonna be honest with you, I wonder. We're speaking on knees now. I only give a damn about our quarterback. That's who I care about. But looking at the November 15th game, I wonder how Pat Mahomes is gonna be. I wonder how that offensive line is going to hold up because we have multiple pass rushers and he's coming off a knee injury.
Yeah.
That was his first one. So with you having your first knee injury, we know he's got to get comfortable.
I think they're going to, I still think Andy Reid still going to turn loose, but I think they're going to rely on that heavily on that running game.
But against this Falcons defense, the one thing that we have to see, I trust the linebackers. I trust the edges. I got to see what that nose tackle is going to be like. We just got the kid, not Curtis Allen, excuse me. We got the kid out of Houston. I'm thinking about Curtis Allen, my bad, y'all. But we just got the kid out of Houston that's an undrafted free agent. You still got what's my man's name? It literally just slipped my mind. Smith, right?
Uh-huh.
The D tackle Smith. We have a rotation. We don't have a true plug in that zero tech. And that was where we were getting gutted at certain times last year at unopportune times, being able to not stop the run. I want to see what we can do with our D line at this point because we know the outside is covered. We got to see what the middle is going to be like.
You know what, Craig? Week 3, week 4, and week 5, all are prime time games. Thursday night football, Monday night football, Sunday night football. Crazy. That's crazy. That is
I'm good with it. Either way, I'm good with how our schedule lines up.
I want us to win all 3 of them games. We gotta
You
win
do?
all 3.
I think Herm Edwards does too.
You play to win the game.
That's what we doing.
That Thursday night football game, that Monday night football against them Aints, and Sunday night football when we play against Baltimore and bringing Lamar Jackson. Huge game week 5. Huge game.
I'm gonna be honest with you. They got a new head coach down there.
Yeah.
So it's a first-year coach stepping into a situation where he's never been in a spotlight like this before. Here's the thing. With who we have at head coach and the type of people that we have in that room, Baltimore is a talented veteran team. We know this. But last year they struggled. And I think the pressure is more on them than it is on us. That's pretty much how I'm looking at it.
Oh, yeah.
We gotta
What do
see
you
how.
think?
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was about to ask you something, but go ahead.
No, I'm just saying we just got to see how it folds up. We got a first time. I mean, he's not a first time head coach, but we got a new head coach coming to a new situation, and we'll see how that matches up. But I do like our cards with having a perennial Pro Bowler and a person that possibly could win the MVP and Bijan. So we're gonna see what happens, man. 'Cause I think this is his year, to go get an MVP. He was on the cusp, scratching it last year, making all these special plays. So I just want to see what he got up his sleeve for this particular upcoming season.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing we got to put out here. And this is going to be the next thing that we talk about because, like I said, we're not making any record predictions. We just wanted to go through the schedule with you to let you see what the times were going to be like and what's going to be what. I'm excited because here's the thing. Pittsburgh has a new head coach now. They got a new regime that we got to step in. Everybody has new coaches. Now, the thing is they got Aaron Rodgers back, but they still have more new pieces than we do. So I think that I'll be honest with you. I think we can take Pittsburgh. That's me. I think we can take them because Who do they have at receiver that's going to really be dangerous at this point?
DK the only one I'm concerned about.
Well, just don't let him pick up AJ like he did in Seattle. Please. That's bad memories right there.
Not again.
That was just embarrassing. I honestly was praying for him because I didn't know what he was going to do when he picked him up with one arm.
Can't do that again. Not again.
Okay, it's sad, it's funny, but it's like I felt bad for him because I want him to get his lick back. Like you picked this boy up like a sack of potatoes. But
that's the second Atlanta player that got picked up like a child. The first one was Devontae Freeman.
Freeman tried to fight though.
But he went against the Sanook of the National Football.
No, he did. Look,
Aaron Donald.
No. I'm gonna tell you this here. That smack pretty much got put out of the window when he got his ass picked up. No, you got picked up with one arm by a grown ass man. No, sir. He don't get brownie points for that. You literally got deboed by one arm. Hell no.
Yeah, but DK is a different type of brand of wide receiver. This dude.
At least kick him between his hip pockets. Hell, don't let him pick you up.
Oh, he felt like a freaking fortress.
With one hand. I won't know. I pray that they put DK in a situation where AJ can at least get 2 picks off of him. I think that would be payback enough right there to me. And he goes up and takes the ball from him. I just don't want to see. I'm just tired of seeing guys on my team getting bullied. I want to see us do some bullying at this point.
I definitely agree with that.
K-Dub?
Yeah, I'm all for it, man. Like I said, you got to man up. You got to have more toughness. Like I say, hopefully they brought in a new strength and conditioning coach, get some weight on these guys. Even Kobe Bryant, he lighting up. So, hey, man, I need guys that gonna want to get in there and get some major put some major weight on, and let's get ready to go. Got there ready to fight somebody, man. I mean, we got to have some more aggression going on there.
I give Kobe Bryant credit. He ain't scared. He ain't gonna back down.
No, I like the heart. I never said he has a heart, a big, huge heart, but I need you to get some weight to carry with that heart.
True.
But you know what though? Stanford Route wasn't, whether y'all know it or not, our BirdCage alum, shout out to Stanford Route. Raiders literally had one of the best corners on the other side of Nnamdi Asomugha. So as we had him on here, Stanford's not that big of a guy, whether you realize that or not. Stanford's actually not a big dude either. But Stanford never got bullied either. And he went up against some big receivers, not like DK, but you're talking about your Terrell Owenses. You're talking about your Julio Joneses early in his career when Julio had the dreads looking like Predator back in the day. You know, you're talking about, and that's the Julio. I ain't gonna lie, I loved Julio, but that dude with them dreads, oh Jesus, he was different. That was an animal.
Jump out the building.
But I mean, like Stanford was saying, he went against the Roddy Whites. I'm talking about guys that were physically bigger than him and actually stronger than him. But like he said, he had to rely on technique. And then the other thing was they couldn't catch him because he was fast as hell and he could fight. So, it's just we got to have some guys that might be small, like Kate Dub was saying. If you can't get weight on you, guess what? Your hand game better be nice. Hey man,
I mean, we got some exceptions to the rule. We got some guys that are light in the behind and still can go out there and scrap and do their thing. But I'd rather have some guys bringing some weight to the fight than not. But that's just my opinion. When we're saying we're going up against a lot of these tough tough receiving cores across the league, we got to be ready to go, man. Fight or flight. AJ, his brother Avion, Kobe, Mike Hugh, whoever they put out there, we have to be ready to do what we got to do to come out and win on each rep, man. Every time they step back, we got to be ready to go.
I think AJ really gonna show me something when we go to Madrid and play the Bengals. When he got to go against freaking Jameer Chase.
Hey, you know what? He's never gotten the best of Chase yet.
Exactly.
Nobody has though. A lot of people don't. Chase got people on. Let's be real. Chase got some of the best corners on his highlight reels. And I'm talking about Pro Bowl caliber corners, future Hall of Famers. He's got them on there. Jamar Chase, if he stays healthy, I think Jamar Chase would be one of the best receivers to play this game. He's just that gifted. So I'm not putting all that on AJ, because guess what? Everybody get beat. Hell, everybody's favorite corner, well, Atlanta's favorite corner got, Prime got beat by Jerry Rice many a days. Sterling Sharp, they got footage of that. So every corner gets beat, even the immortal ones. So I'm looking at it like this. AJ, get your lick back, dog. This man has had great games against you. I want to see you have 2 picks against him too.
Yeah,
for every negative as y'all hear me speaking, I'm trying to throw some positive energy out because I want these boys to do well. If you noticing that.
Yeah. Yeah, he been having your number in college, man. Oh yeah, time to get your lick back.
He just done had him and Jefferson done had everybody's damn number since LSU.
Them two man. Special, man.
Them boys out there, them boys giving out teaching tape out there.
I'm telling you.
I'm saying, you see them commercials, you see how they be working with the kids.
Hey, K-Dub, they busting up in there like this. But
it's hard goddamn work being this good.
For real, man. I mean, seriously, man. I mean, them boys special, man. Them boys special. Them like pre Hall of Famers, man. Them boys Hall of Famers.
And here's the thing: even the great Patrick Surtain pretty much was getting his ass worked by them too.
He the best DB in football,
and was getting worked.
Yeah.
Hey, but you know what? Hey, Pat Surtain said, "Hey, man, we just don't die, we multiply," like Robin Harris would say. But what we're gonna do to have a little fun tonight, because again, we wanted to talk a little bit about it, but we're gonna sit here and put this out here. We're gonna put the link out here, so if you guys want to tap in, you can. I'm gonna share it on X. Let me read what old Gary's talking about. It's too early for negative anyways, gentlemen. We ain't even. Nah, I mean, it's not negative when we sitting here talking about the truth, man. We literally are talking about 2 of the best receivers in the game that's hurting everybody's feelings, my guy. It's like it's not a slight. You know what I'm saying? It's not a slight. It's really just the truth at this point. I mean, you can't argue with facts. Numbers are numbers. They don't lie. You can't argue with those facts. I get what you're saying about the negative side, but here's the thing. Well, while we're sitting here putting that out, we're also throwing out this positive energy because we need them to step up and show out. So that's what we're looking and expecting for this team to do, to take a better step on the defensive side of the ball because of what we saw last year. So I put the link in here. If y'all want to talk about the schedule, you guys can. We got another topic that we're going to talk about real quick before we get too deep into the weeds tonight. We're going to talk about Ian Cunningham's first draft, and we're going to talk about the evaluation process of what did you see, how did you see it, and did you see the fact that his not just the regular draft, how can I put it? His draft evals were marinated in where he came from, and you can tell. So I'm gonna start with Graybeard this time, and then K-Dub, and then I'll go. When you look at Ian's overall draft for the first time, having limited picks, not really spending a ton of money, how do you feel that this draft really shaped up, and how do you think that they were able to? How can I put it? This draft shaped up, and they were able to get a lot of guys for little to nothing when it came to the undrafted free agents that we did in the offseason way before the draft.
I mean, for me, it showed how much of an impact him working with other GM really had affected him, how he attacked the draft and how he evaluated players with the high role in such and so on. So for me, Ian Cunningham, to me, so far, did an excellent job of what he had to work with. It ain't like he had abundant amount of picks, abundant amount of money, but he still was able to get an extra pick on top of that. And then we addressed it from need, especially on the defense side of the ball. We needed another linebacker. Though we didn't get the tackle that we wanted, we needed another cornerback. I mean, he went after need. He didn't go in. He didn't go after one. He went after need for this team to be successful. So for me, I like what he did. And then with the undrafted, we got some gems for undrafted free agent that we got. I don't think people really realize how much we got for nothing. I mean, with the wide receivers that K Dub got, man, we got more talented wide receivers this year than we had last year.
Mm-hmm.
And we got them for basically nothing. So for me, I think Ian Cunningham is pretty much, you starting to see how how he approaches the draft and how he evaluates players, man. He go after need. And that's something that we for me anyway, I think that's pretty much how on my list when we went after a GM, a freaking GM that's gonna evaluate players on what we need, not what everybody wants.
Okay. K Dub, same question.
Well, I mean, I felt like they attacked it, the way they, like he said, I'm going to reiterate the same thing that Great Beard was saying. They just attacked it we had a vision. You got limited picks. You got to go in with a strategic plan, do your homework, delve deep into the draft. And you had to have patience in that draft too to trade back and to
Mm-hmm.
hope that your guy that you had on your board, that you stacked on your board, will be there. So you had to have a lot of patience in that draft, not to chip your hand to other teams, the guys you're looking at and going for. But I think they did their due diligence and brought in guys that just fit the character that they want on this team. Tough, fast, and physical guys. But we have to see how they hold up in the NFL roster. Because, like I said, it's a very tough league out here. And these guys come in and get banged up all the time, just like Billy Bowman is out, and then Jalen Walker comes in and gets hurt. So it's a very tough league, and we got to have as many bodies as you can. They did as best as they can in the undrafted free agent market. I really think they don't truly like their wide receiver core. That's why we brought in so many wide receivers, but we will be keeping a lot of wide receivers because they really want to bolster that wide receiver room. That's what I'm telling and seeing for myself. Um, I think they did a good job of just supplanting this roster in this draft to help evaluate the talent we do have already on the roster to move forward to next year. So, like I say, man, they did a good job for what they had. I still give it like a solid B plus in my opinion in the draft. And we'll see how that plays out. I think it can turn into an A or A plus by by the play they have. If they can come out and make a all rookie team or something like that, then they can improve their grade. But that's how I feel that they did in the draft. Ian Cunningham's philosophy as well of being patient and trading back. So I think he'll be doing a lot of trading back instead of trading up in the future. So that's what I'll be looking for in his future draft.
Mm-hmm.
I say this, man, and I think you hit on a lot of valid points, and I'm not going to go overkill with it, but I will say this about Ian Cunningham. Ian pretty much, to me, I really think that not just addressing the needs of what we have for this system, I really feel that he's giving the reins to his scouting department, and he's actually getting ready to trust the people that he brought in that have done their evaluations. Now, here's the thing. I don't think you can really judge him just off of this year. I think you need to give him at least 2 drafts, next draft and the year after that. You got to give him because he walked into a situation where he didn't have anything, money and no picks. So you really could not see him work. I think 2 drafts is enough to give him a chance to operate and set up what he'd like this team to be. But you got to give him 4 years, not 3, 4. You got to give Ian 4 years because if you're seeing what he's doing with little money at this point and limited picks, that should be enough to convince you. To me,
Yeah.
I feel like that should be enough to convince you. If
I
you
mean-
can't see what Ian is doing with the little bit that he has, our draft is going to probably look like the Raiders did this year. Just going to tell you that now. Our draft will look like the Raiders did this year, next year, because we already got 12 picks and we have over $150 million. Now, I think you need to sign Bijan as quick as possible. Do not wait to do it because he's going to eat up a lot of that money.
I think they're gonna do that this year.
I think you need to go ahead and sign Bijan and sign up Drake, and then next year that's when you start doing it.
I
Now,
think that pretty much.
I would be remiss if I did not mention this. I don't know if you guys heard this on the radio. No, it was on 92.9 The Game. People were talking about it.
What up? I didn't listen to it today.
Another undrafted free agent has been turning heads. And I've been calling for this dude to play for the longest. Joshua Simon. Been mentioned on the radio multiple times. He's finally starting to get an opportunity to at least showcase his skill set. I think he's definitely a guy. If you choose to walk away from Kyle, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if you do choose to walk away from Kyle and not pay him his money, you need to give Josh Simon an opportunity to show what he does, because Hoop's pretty much at the end of his career at this point.
Yeah.
He's still playing, but he's not the same. Charlie Warner is a solid player, very solid player, but you need to see what you have in this guy before you decide to try to draft another tight end, or if you don't pay Kyle Pitts. Now, if you pay Pitts, hey, it's cool to have depth, but we need to see what Joshua Simon can do at this point before we make any hasty decisions. How do y'all feel about that?
Can I ask you a question before? Do you keep 4 tight ends on the roster?
No. I know we use a lot of 12 personnel, but why would you keep 4 tight ends on the roster?
Oh,
It makes no sense. And you just got more undrafted free agents at tight end.
That's what I'm saying. So
it makes no sense. 3 tight ends need to be your max, and 1 practice squad guy.
That means
he'll keep 3. We'll see what reps they give Simon in the preseason, and then we'll battle it out. But I really think this staff really wants to get their hands around Pitts to see what they can do with him, because there's always be a coaching staff to say, man, them guys didn't know what they didn't know what they was doing. So I just really feel like they want to get their hands on those attributes and see what they can get out of him. But I'm not saying Simon won't win this battle, but Pitts is a name that's proven name in the league already, and he had a pretty decent season last season. So we'll see what happens. I'm not poo-pooing Simon by any stretch of the imagination, but we got to see exactly how many reps and how many chances he gets to be successful on the field during the preseason to actually make the team.
And exactly, Ray. I said that. That's the same thing I said, because here's the thing. The last regime that was here, they didn't give him a chance. They really didn't give him a chance or whatnot, really, to even step foot on the field. Not even in the preseason, they didn't give him a chance. But here's the funny part. Falcon fans that went to minicamp got to see what he could do. If you didn't watch him in South Carolina and Western Kentucky, a lot of people were in love with what his skill set was. They all saw how fast he was. They all saw what his hands were like. When you look at it, picture this. We all remember Michael Pruitt, who was here for a little bit, and he was a solid piece.
Yeah.
Picture Pruitt's blocking ability with Jonnu Smith's catching ability and speed. That right there is Joshua Simon. That is pretty much what that is. The difference is he's a little bit better of a route runner than those two are. So I'm just saying, I want to see what it looks like, because if we're going to have competition, we need to have a competition with everybody at this point. Not just the quarterback room, not just the DB room, everybody, including the tight end room. There's a lot of people out here that don't want these boys to have competition, but have been complaining for years. Well, we don't have no depth. We don't have no competition. Guess what? Best man wins his job. if how can I put it? If you have a true competition, you get to see who has their heartbeat and who doesn't. You get to see who's gonna ball and who's gonna fall. I need to see who's gonna ball.
I actually want to see how the wide receiver battle gonna pan out, man. I think they're gonna be one hell of a battle. Hell of a battle.
Yeah, because they got a lot of them vying for them last
telling
2 or 3 spots.
Lord.
I'm telling you.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think Casey Washington gonna make this squad.
I don't think he's making it.
Came in here.
No,
I don't think he's making the team either. I didn't even like him last year.
And that was his opportunity last year.
Yeah, Zachariah Branch pretty much was like.
Branch already got his.
Oh, yeah, Zach
he already
team,
solidified that.
I'm saying one. Zachariah Branch got freaking drafted. I know he was like.
But here's the other thing: you
We
brought
gotta
in
figure out who behind.
Rutherford from Tech too. The same type of receiver that Branch is. Rutherford is that as well. So you got two of these
I'm trying
guys
to figure
in
out
here.
who's gonna be their 4th, 5th, 6th receiver. That's what I'm looking at. 4th, 5th receiver. I see who 1, 2, and 3.
Hey, K-Dub, you wanna make a not a regular bet, but like a friendly rage over a soda or something like that. Because we got kids watching, so we got to say that.
I guess over a soda.
I bet a 20-ounce Coca-Cola that Cash Jones beats out Casey Washington for a receiver job.
I believe it. I believe it. I believe it.
And Cash is undrafted free agent.
I think Cash makes it, as a free, I guess, because I think he makes it as a special teamer, but I guess he had to make it as a position. So, he can make it that 6th or 5th or 6th receiver spot. But we got to see how he is at running routes and all that. I know he got pretty good hands. He caught it a lot at Georgia. So I think he got pretty good hands, and he got the speed. He got the speed, definitely. So, hey, look, man, I guess I'm pulling for him, man. You are a former dog, so let's go, man. Cash Jones.
At this point, we all wanted Casey to do well, but we all saw that wasn't so. Unfortunately. At this point,
Hey,
at this point,
everybody's not made for the NFL. That's why they have the UFL.
The USFL, and they also got Canada too. Across the board.
Yeah, UFL been playing some good ball though, man. I've been really enjoying the game.
That's what I'm trying to get at. I mean, I'm not poo-pooing. That's a good league. I mean,
I agree.
It's a good option to have. I mean, I wish they had in my day. You have all these extra leagues that you can have another chance at playing in. So, I mean, hey, it's a good opportunity to play, man.
I gotta say, rest in peace. When you talk about the USFL, it's a little tight. It's hard because I got to work out with him when I was still playing, and I was trying to play semi-pro and was staying in shape and doing some things. Rest in peace to my man Chris Peyton Jones. Out of my old high school, he played in the USFL, played for the Raiders, Vikings, Titans, and he played for the St. Louis Battlehawks. That was his last team. He had an impact around the city of Jacksonville. He was a photographer, did videos for high school games, and he also helped out kids by helping coach them as well. So he was more outside of being a former NFL player, he was a pillar for young men in his life. And also, he passed away a few weeks ago. It was just kind of hard to talk about because, I got to work out with him. I got to know him. His spirit was just so bright. And then the other news that hurt yesterday was Mr. Charlie Neal. For those who watch Black college football, football is football. I say HBCU ball because some people aren't true college heads, but here's the thing: college football is college football. Yes, there's levels to it, but I'm not gonna single it out. But Mr. Charlie Neal passed away. If you watch BET when they used to show the games for Black college football, he was a main catalyst, and he also used to call the Bayou Classic on NBC back in the day as well. So he just passed away yesterday. He was actually going to be one of our guests, by the way. So that was another one that we lost. So kind of stings, but prayers out to the Neal family, and the HBCU community has lost another legend. George Atkinson was earlier this year, and now you just lose this guy here. So we've had two of our interviews that just didn't come through because God called him home. You know, God doesn't make any mistakes. When he calls him home, it doesn't, you know, you never know when you're going to go and how you're going to go, but just know that you just make yourself right with the man upstairs, make yourself right with the Lord, because if you're not, you know, I can't speak about how y'all believe, but I know what I believe in, but just, I'm not going to get too religious, but it's just sad that we're seeing people go left and right. Ted Turner, Bobby Cox, and then, you know, you're seeing all of this is just, and also Jason Collins for the Atlanta Hawks, former Atlanta Hawk that passed away this week too.
Yeah, so like I say, we don't know. We all have an expiration date. We don't know when it is, so we just have to stay current and stay respectful with the man upstairs and stay ready to go, man, because it can happen at any time.
It can.
And the best part, and I say the best part about this for me is this: when we say you don't know, as Falcon fans, hopefully some of us get to see him win the championship. Hopefully a lot of us see it, but it's going to be some of us that don't get to see it. So make sure that your life is right and make sure you just enjoying life day after day. We talk football here, we debate, we argue, but at the end of the day, you've got to make sure that you
froze?
Make sure you're at peace. When you got awesome people, you know how it goes. But we're gonna let the fans come in for a few minutes. We got somebody who decided to come up in here. We got a cricket deacon, as I see, you know, anytime he hears money, he starts to come out. So we're gonna go ahead and give him a BirdCage welcome. We got John the Cricket Deacon Harris.
Make a clap to this.
Welcome, sir.
Going on, Mr. John.
Look, as soon as I started to give a service and I was about to pass the damn collection plate, you pop up.
Deacon, how you doing, Coach?
What building? How much money do we need for this building fund? Because I see you already done popped up.
Only thing I want you to do is make sure I don't hear any money. I don't want to hear no jingle jangle. I want to hear the rustle of dead presidents. The crisp crackle of bills, $20 denominations and up, please.
Hey, John, how you say? You want to hear that money counter just?
Yes, sir.
That's what you want to hear, the money counter with the air horn saying it's broken.
and every time it gets to 100 or 1,000, ding, ding, ding.
What's good, John? Welcome, man.
Oh, thank you, guys. Man, I would have called earlier, but I was in a remote location and didn't have any cell phone service, and I had to make my escape out from down there before it got too dark, or otherwise somebody would have been on a spit in the morning. At any rate, we have the schedule, and that AFC and NFC. Ooh. I'm a little concerned because my offensive line is not complete. There are going to be some situations where we're going to be trying some people over there. And we will probably have to rely very heavily on the running game. And I hate that Algiers not here. And man, what a deal he got. Jesus Christ.
Jeremiah Love. God.
He got money and he got the bench.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Money
and man, ooh, I really hate that for him. But hey, that's the business of the league.
Yeah.
Now, the toughest team on this schedule, I always tell you who it is.
I know he going with this.
I already know.
Hey, I got you. Hold on. Let me. You getting ready to police this situation? Let me go ahead and.
God.
The toughest team on. I'm telling you. What you doing, Ryan?
Look, I'm gonna give. Look, I got to give you your siren. Hold up. You about to become the police now. He done went from being a cricket deacon to now he done turned into a police officer. Just
No, well, it's not. Hey, the thing is that from this station up above the congregation, I have to present the word as the word is written. Otherwise, I risk being struck down here in front of you, and the congregation will not be able to absorb that. That wouldn't be a good advertisement for next week's service, because the next man won't even want to stand in the spot I was standing in.
Mm-mm.
And I'm gonna do it like the old preachers at the funerals. You know, I got to give you one of them.
John
But
gonna bust it. Hey, K-Dub, John gonna come up in there and get on the stage and look at everybody just sideways and just,
I ain't coming for no foolishness.
that's what he gonna tell everybody.
I can actually picture that.
That's gonna be his first words.
I have done it before. I have had to tell people now. Look here, if you came in here, hey, don't tell nobody somebody drug you in here that we got the door locked and you can't get out. If you're scared, leave. That's all I'm gonna tell you. If you're scared, leave. You know. But this is the thing. This is the thing with me. A lot of what happened last year was our coaching staff.
Mhm.
Some of it was because of our players
Right.
making dumb mistakes, not doing things, jumping off sides. And I'm not going to say nothing about holding with offensive or defensively, because we've been getting a bad rap for that for eternities. Okay, so I'm not going to ever say anything about defense holding or offense holding, because we will never get that call.
Right.
We'll never get that call. So, but false starts, things of that sort, mental errors, not being able to get the play down to the quarterback. The offensive coordinator finally realizing that he needs to be on the sideline with his rookie quarterback. Junk like that. Now, this particular coaching staff has some experience, and I hope that they translate that experience and that knowledge to the quarterback, to the offense. And I'm hoping that we're going to be fullback heavy this year. I've been preaching about fullbacks and big offensive lines, big physical, nasty, dirty, unadulterated, sinful offensive lines for the longest, because everybody else got them. Why can't we have one? Why can't we have? That's what we're going to need, especially if we're going back up against his old team.
Yeah.
And that whole division of the AFC, that's the black and blue division there. Okay. No. The other one,
that's
AFC.
that's
Yeah.
the
That's
black
Pittsburgh.
and blue.
And
No, the black and blue division is not none of those divisions. The black and blue division is pretty much that NFC North with Chicago, Green Bay.
we playing them.
Yeah, that's why I said no. When you say black
No,
and blue,
I was talking about the AFC black and blue, because the AFC has one too.
Yeah, Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Them. That's their nickname. That's why I was looking like, hold up.
Oh, yeah. But see, the AFC has one too, because if you ever see a Pittsburgh Baltimore game or a Pittsburgh Cleveland game, man, I mean, it is brutal. It is vicious.
Yeah.
I mean, the ambulance is on standby 6 deep, right outside the stadium.
Hey, John, speaking of ambulances, look who pulled up in the scrub. We got
that's my partner. That's my damn partner, man. Me and Kool-Aid. Hey, me and Kool-Aid have to back each other up in another venue all the time. Y'all old men don't know. Yeah, okay, come on out.
Yeah. They might have a day or two. They might go at it like how me and K-Dub go, but you put them two jokers together and you sitting in there, look, you better have your stuff together because they gonna give you hell. That's just how you and hey, I'm not John, I'm not lying, but
oh yeah. And see, That's what we
What's
got
up?
to
What's
do.
up, man? What's up? What's up? What's up,
John sitting here
Kool-Aid?
giving his breakdown of what he liked to see with the offensive line and just pretty much talking about how the scheduling is set. And we were talking about the divisions, man, and what were going to be the tough games. John believes the AFC North is going to be the tough one. I honestly think that the tough one for us, I believe, is going to be that NFC North, because you got to remember we're getting ready to play Green Bay in December in the cold, and we're a dome team. I'm looking at Chicago that we get Chicago at home, but like I said, we get Minnesota too this year. So in your opinion, and we get Detroit at home, by the way. We get to play Gibbs. So your boy from Georgia Tech. So how do you feel about the NFC North? Because John pretty much already saying the AFC North getting ready to be a fight. How do you feel about the NFC North?
Hey man, I'm gonna put it like this. The first year, Raheem, right? It was somewhat of a feel of the same type schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we were gonna get our butt run up out of that year, but we battled. We were surprisingly good up until the quarterback getting hurt. Okay, until Cousin got hurt. When we almost beat Kansas City, and I'm getting that same, giving that same feel. So really, I'm not even worried about either one of those guys. I don't think I worry about again, and because we was out of order again on selecting manager and coach. I like the manager.
Mm-hmm.
I like the stuff he said when I listen to him on 92 Zone. I pick up on stuff like that. I like the concept of the competition that he's talked about. I like the mindset of him shopping a lot. His goal to shop a lot. And see what happened when you shop a lot. You sometimes find that mutant. That means you get a lot of players and you look at a lot of players. And so I like his ideal and everything. So the team was not that far off. And now I hope my Georgia Bulldog wide receiver makes the team.
Okay.
And I hope my Georgia Tech wide receiver makes the team.
Mm-hmm.
Cause them two guys could be pretty good and bring it to the team. Cause I mean, man, the way Washington look and the other guy look, that was our problem last year. No wide receiver
And
for the
Kool-Aid, guess who's
quarterback.
still on the team?
Huh?
Guess who's still out there working with the team, and guess who's still on the team right now and holding the job now? Chris Blake.
All right.
Me, you, K-Dub, a lot of us have been preaching about Chris Blair, and the problem is we're not using Blair at all. And you're talking about a guy that's a 4'3", 4'2" guy, and he's over 6 feet tall, and he's got hands like glue. And Stanford Route talked about it when he came in here, and I spoke on it. You got to give some of these guys that come from these smaller schools that can ball, and they showed you they could ball, give them opportunities, because I believe he would have been a difference last year for us in a few games.
Oh yeah. Man, if Coach, we couldn't say Raheem. I'm telling you right now, I really believe that Raheem would have not been stubborn about that guy. I really believe he would have saved Raheem job. Cause the way he the only guy that showed you that he did something in preseason. And I never could understand. Now I hope the coaches, this coach right here is serious about when we looking at competition. And I don't care what name, what draft or whatever. If that dude who walks up on the field is a mutant, it ain't no favoritism. Hey, slide off and let my mutant play. You see what I'm saying? It almost like I kept asking people who is AJ Mitchell. Shoot, they slid over to OKC and let AJ Mitchell play. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying here in Atlanta. We in that competition. Now we know who's supposed to be the cream at the top. And I expect those guys who are starters to rise to the top in all the competition. The ones that is not, what I saw is not real, like when they say not real, then they got to be replaced by whoever's going to take their job. And that coaching got to do it. Now, the only thing I can say about this year, now I'm starting to drink the Kool-Aid on it. And if they come out and do what they did in the first year of Raheem with Tua, on what I'm saying right here, with everything set up, where this manager and structured this team with the talent that we already have, and I am with John with that, with the concern of those replacing those linemen, the offensive linemen. I don't know how good Landon is. Landon is the offensive guard that we got from
yeah. But I'm gonna give
yeah,
you, hey John and Kool-Aid, I'm gonna give y'all this because we got a few more minutes and we gonna wrap up. I've been talking about it. There's an offensive tackle that's in this building right now, and he plays like John Runyon, plays in nasty, big, and that's Riley Malman out of Wisconsin, who I did a spotlight on. You were worried about it, bruh. John, I'm gonna give you this. Everybody remembers how nasty John Runyon was. He was a nasty cuss. Off the field, he was a real nice guy, but on the field, he was mean. And the thing about Malman's got a mixture. When you talk about a bad attitude, he's got a bad attitude like a John Runyon and a Harvey Dahl. He don't mind fighting. That's something that we didn't have. And I feel like this. Jack Nelson is going to also figure it out this year, because now you have two Wisconsin boys that were teammates together that know each other. They know each other. Nelson and Malman played together. So you got two guys with continuity. We still got to see when Old Faithful is going to end up kicking out, because K-Dub pointed that out last week. He was like, look, we love him, but eventually we got to send him to the pasture and got to replace him. And K-Dub, I got to give you your flowers on that one, because I went back and looked at some of the footage, stuff that Matthews never used to get beat on. He's starting to show that age, and Father Time makes cowards of us all.
Oh yeah.
I just feel like he's trying to be that Iron Man. I feel like he was selfish and started that game. He could have let one of those guys come in and play for him when he got hurt doing later in the season. I just feel like man, we could do better at that position. It just like everybody. Father Time is undefeated. I just feel like we need to get younger on that offensive line at this time, man. I mean, you played with Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan is the president now.
That's crazy.
Just saying.
He's the last one on the team though.
They need to be last one out of the team.
He was the one that really got just drugged. No, that was old Mac. They got drugged back in the backfield of the Super Bowl. But I've seen
Matt was playing with a broken leg, to be honest. So you can't give him
that. And I'm kind of was mad. Well, I'm not going to relive that right now.
Please.
I was, but I said, but he was getting work last year. I mean, just getting work. I mean, it was just like he was staggering. What was that dance they used to do where you stagger back with the swim? He was doing the swim backwards.
Look. It was some games I just single him out and watch him. I'm like, he was getting beat like the backstroke. Red-headed stepchild, man. I'm like,
that boy.
Yeah, he was man.
He got
and
the box.
Matthew. But to me, man, Matthew always leaked. Even when we first got him, I just thought it was a favoritism guy. I ain't saying he wasn't good, but I think he always leaked on me. When I mean leaked, it always was times when he got beat at the wrong time or he jumped offside at the wrong time. And I mean, he did it in the Super Bowl and he did it in the playoffs. He always do it at the wrong time. Clutch time, Matthew messes up, man. I was like, man, no, Matthew can't do it. So But yeah, it's about time for I hope that competition go ahead and move him on out. So my little final thing, man, I am gonna be champagne drinking the Kool-Aid with the Falcons. I said this is gonna be the year 2021. It was the Braves and the Hawks, and I say this year gonna be the Braves and the Falcons, man. This I feel good about this. It's just gonna come down to this coach. And I'm asking the question: what do y'all think about this coach? I know he's Matt Ryan's suggestion, not the manager's suggestion. I hate that situation when the manager don't select his own coach. But what y'all think about this guy, man?
Well, for me, I mean, he was not my first, second, third, fourth, or fifth choice. But looking at what he did with Cleveland, with the character of the quarterback he had, and he still went to the playoffs before we did, gotta give him a shot.
Well, just like I say, what I like about him is he's built a great staff. I still have to have a wait and see on this coach on how he progressively, but I like what they've what they're marinating themselves in. So we'll see how that final dish is when they put it on the field. But I do like where they're going with it. But I do like the staff he put together.
My only question is the OP.
I got something I'm gonna say. Let me do my best Uncle Ruckus impression.
Oh,
for y'all Boondocks lovers out here.
oh Lord, praise YG.
No, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't say that at all. So you said that. This is what I was gonna say. Now, why did you have to destroy the order of things? I'd have shot you myself. But the man got better aim. That's how I feel about the situation. I feel like I'd have shot him myself. But guess what? He got the logo. I got to ride with him. But, and not shoot figuratively, ladies and gentlemen, verbally. Let me make sure I clear that up. Verbally. Because if some folks and historian talking about he going out there to shoot. No. Verbally. Make sure I put that out. Verbally saying things, not physically. I don't need the feds coming to my house. I don't need, listen, with the way that the courts are backed up right now, I don't need to go to no alligator farms, and I don't need to get shipped off to Mexico. And I'm just gonna leave it at that, ladies and gentlemen. So, no, I'm at the point where I'm with K-Dub. I got to see what you're gonna do, because you can put all the ingredients in the pot, but can you cook? You can just throw stuff in there, but do you know what you're doing? I need to see what you're doing, because you went through 13 quarterbacks in Cleveland. 13 quarterbacks. Your playoff win was not yours. You were at home. Your assistant coach won that game for you. You've had some of the greatest defenses that can't win a championship. Some of the best defenses in the league, they couldn't win a championship. Kind of reminds you of the old Grits Blitz defense, don't it? Kool-Aid and John. Great defense.
With one of the meanest defensive player over there too.
with Myles Garrett. So at this point, I'm looking at it like this. We will see. We will continue to keep everything on the up and up. And I believe we're gonna be okay. But we got to give them time.
Yeah.
We got to give them time.
And that's the one commodity that we run out of, because the way that we have done things over the past two regimes, the fans are crying for success now. It's not fair. It's not fair, but you can't blame them. We've been out the playoffs too long. We haven't even become a wild card. Okay, we've been out the playoffs too doggone long. We about to go into the Sargasso Sea. Just out there in the middle of the doggone pond, and
we can't
see no land.
No,
hey. Luckily,
John, we couldn't even beat the Jets. Look, we couldn't even beat the Jets last year. I was at that game. So At this
Hey,
point,
look.
when you lose to the Jets, and the Jets were worse than we were. Let's get that straight. The Jets were worse than we were. And if you lose to them, at this point, all you can do is just shake your head at this point and just say, you know what? It's pretty much you can't keep wasting guys' prime years at this point. And that's what we're really doing.
Yeah.
But
We lost
now with this
to their backup quarterback.
And I say this, wrapping this up, and with this new regime, let's see if you're actually going to sit back and actually allow this talent to actually play. Are you literally going to play the political game because you don't want to piss off the fans, or are you going to put the best players on the field and say the hell with your feelings? Because at the end of the day, the feelings go away when you start winning.
Fact.
Period. And that's pretty much the simplest I can put it. That's as best as I can put it. And at the end of the day, we just out of gas with it. Just that's how I feel about it. So, ladies and gentlemen,
was that wet or dry?
That was wet. That was wet.
That was a little wet mixed with some dry.
That was a mixture.
Hey man, hey man,
Man, you need a doggone emission sticker.
this is serious though. Hey,
John,
hey, this is.
That's how you, John. See, that's how you end the show, but it wasn't for real. That pretty much
really?
No, that was the soundboard. I got.
Oh, I know it's the soundboard, but doggone it, that's how you end the show.
Hey, we out of gas at this point.
I would have preferred unleaded.
Hey, look. If this coach poo-poo with this talent that this manager have done, and he did not select the coach, he need to walk into the office with Matt Ryan and say, I can't do it with this coach. Can I get my own? First year. Don't play around.
They're not gonna do that.
I'm serious. I know what they're not gonna do, but I'm just saying.
Did you know they're not gonna do that?
But
Kool-Aid, they gonna tie them both together and throw them in the baggage car.
Well, I was so happy. I was so happy. But you know, when they went and got Walt Weiss, they were already prepping for Snick to be moved. They were doing it in a nice way. So Snick knew, and you see what happened when you remove a thorn in the butt.
But guess what, though? The one thing we got to give Snit is this, because we can't take it away from him. He and Bobby Cox won championships.
And you see what happened. They moved out the championship coach.
Now, here's the thing. Kool-Aid. Now, let's see if we can actually win another one now with a new coach.
We are.
We look good. We look good. And from what I'm seeing, I think we're going to continue to get better. I just pray that the Hawks do the same damn thing, too.
Well, the Hawks ain't gonna do it. Well, they got to move off of Quinn because they stupid. I heard
they got to move off.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. In that situation, Coach Unsey gonna get moved with Coach Quinn. They two parts in a pear tree. They two, whatever you want to call it.
Man,
two pears in a pear tree.
You don't want to start another show, cause we don't
want to start another show. But hey, we got to get don't play around with the coaches, man. Don't play around. We played with Raheem too long, please. Don't play. If this dude come out here and mess up this team, and common sense gonna tell us when he made a bad call, when he messed up the time on the field, we come with him complaining about that. And we do that over and over and over again. He don't need another year.
Hey, Kool-Aid. And I gotta put it on to you like this, and we gonna slide up out of here. And y'all tell the folks where they can find you. But you remember I told you, and I told John about Curtis Allen. He's in train. He's pretty much with the Falcons right now. They're gonna give him a chance. Seattle wanted to turn him into a fullback. You don't turn a guy that wins a Harlan Hill Award into a fullback. I got to actually, while I was coming down south, I stopped over at Virginia Union today, John. I got to talk to Coach Riley face to face. So he and I was talking, and he done had 3 running backs out of that alone. And that's not all his best players. But when you talk about it's a stability and a consistency, y'all do the right thing. I'm gonna speak up for him. Give Coach Diego Riley the job as a head coach. He's an amazing assistant, great developer of talent, and he bleeds and gives everything to Virginia Union University, one of the best winningest HBCUs out there. But guess what? You gotta let him put put other products out there too. He's an amazing coach, and I think Dr. Joe Taylor has done an amazing job as the athletic director, bringing this guy in with the head coach, Dr. Parker. I think they've all done great. I just would love to see him get an opportunity either as a head coach or even give him a chance at the NFL level because he's produced NFL talent. And I think he's doing an amazing job right now, and he's going to continue to keep doing that because he puts into young men. But I still think that he can have an impact on the higher level of the game. Give him a shot at the NFL. That's how I look at it. But, ladies and gentlemen, Kool-Aid, tell the folks where they can find you. And, John, you're going to give your soliloquies and tell people where they can find you, too. So, Kool-Aid, you go first, my guy.
Yeah, you can find ATL. I want to thank you for letting me come up here. BirdCage, Ryan. Hey, you can find me ATL Kool-Aid Drinker on YouTube, and then you can find me over there messing around with We Talk Hawks. Putting my opinion on that. And right now, I just do my YouTube channel, just commentary. If you want to come up there and see what my opinion is about the Atlanta Hawks, the Braves, and all the Georgia Tech, Georgia, the Dreams. All the Atlanta sports. You want to see me put my comments on it, and y'all want to respond back with that with me? Hey, even after I leave this show right now, I'm gonna put some comments out there. So just check me out at ATL Kool-Aid Drinker on my YouTube channel.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you, Kool-Aid. John, let the folks know they can find you.
You can find me on the eye test Wednesday nights at 10 o'clock. I think we're going to have a special Saturday show. I don't think I'm going to be working, so I'll be able to join that. A special Saturday night show around about 10 o'clock where we can discuss the Falcons schedule. I told you my prediction is 4-14 because I know it's only 13 games, but we 7-point underdogs in the bye week, so we liable to lose that too. At any rate, guys, I didn't want to start the Hawks conversation, but one thing that I am encouraged by with the new coaching staff of the Falcons, we're bigger. That's what the Hawks need to do. They need to get bigger, and they know what positions that I want them bigger in. So I'm going to leave that where it is, and thank you guys for letting me come play in the yard tonight. I'm getting ready to go back in the house because Mom's calling.
Hey, man, she let you come out on the perch. You got to go back in the cage.
Yeah, I got to go.
Yo, we don't have no yards around here. We got cages, baby. We above. Flying. Flying.
I don't want a whooping.
Out of your business, my guy. Hey, man. Another amazing show, fellas. Definitely appreciate y'all for stepping up tonight and doing your thing as always. And the chat as well. Definitely appreciate y'all. Like I said, we got some news that's going to be coming out soon. Y'all stay tuned. We're going to be talking about this party that we're getting ready to throw. BirdCage style. If you went to the first one, you know how we get down. It's going to be even better this time. So for myself, the magnificent BirdCage crew, Graybeard, K-Dub, I'll see y'all momentarily behind the stage. And for you out here, we will see you next time on the BirdCage LLC, man. Y'all be safe. Y'all be blessed. We'll catch you on the next one. Ghosts.